Coach, not exactly a work of art here tonight, but certainly a game that provided some evaluation for you, no doubt.
Yeah, I mean, when you say not a work of art, I didn't mind the game. Yeah, it was a tight checking game, not a wide open game, and I like that we stuck with it and found a way to win a hockey game.
Do you have an update on Ridley Gregg?
Yeah, it's he had a bit of a headache, so kept him out for precautionary reasons.
What did you think of that line before? I mean, he only had a short kind of.
Yeah, it was a little short.
But
I liked it. Yeah, I did. I liked it. And then when Zack went there, I thought he did a good job as well. Obviously, we did a lot of juggling with having 11 forwards and then down to 10 after the fight. So a lot of different line combinations in the bottom three lines.
You mentioned on the weekend you're going to try a lot of players on the PK. I think you allowed only like 4 or 5 shots on 4 or 5 kills. Can you maybe talk about them?
Did a good job. It's a new system to them. A lot of new players killing, and it's going to take a little time. We're going to have to be patient with it, but also with being patient, try to fast track them.
What did you like maybe of Jake Sanderson's game tonight? You know, he had the goal, but just what does he kind of bring to this team day in and day out?
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, he's a good player. I mean, I don't know. He does everything well. Practices hard, prepares like a guy that's been in the league for a long time. You can see that. Committed to playing the game the right way. He was, you know, that's the first time I've been behind the bench in a game with him, so he was impressive.
On the PK drafts, are you a believer in having the guys that would be considering as more top offensive forwards playing in that spot?
I think it depends on your team, and it depends on where they're at as far as their ability to kill penalties, quite frankly. I think we're definitely going to have to get some of our top-end guys into the rotation, but also at the end of the day, they got to be able to get it done. You can see we tried Timmy up there today. Had Drake scheduled to do it the other day. You know, when Josh plays, expect him to kill as well.
It's just 2 games, but how are you evaluating the team or the group as a whole right now in terms of who you like, who, you know, how can you whittle it down?
I mean, you just got to do it. It's you watch the games, you watch practice, you watch where guys are at. We probably won't make another cut till after the next game, but you kind of slowly see it. So guys are every player you can see is, no matter who they are, they're trying to prove themselves and trying to make the team, which is what you want ultimately. You want competition.
We saw Cole Reinhardt so far. I mean, Sunday, obviously, the offense goes, but then
Yeah.
it seems to be sticking up for Ridley there in the third period tonight.
For sure. That's a great example of a guy trying to show what he's made of, you know, and trying to make the team, maybe getting outside his comfort zone a little bit in certain areas. You know, he's a strong skater. He's a strong person. You can see it, the way he's built. For him to play in the NHL, I think he's got a better grasp of how that's going to happen. He's got to be a real strong 200-foot guy that you can count on to be dependable and also find a way to be difficult to play against.
In your small sample size, what's Zack Ostapchuk been like for you?
Again, 1 game. He's been good in camp. I thought his game tonight started slow. Like a lot of players, sometimes you get more ice time, you play better. He definitely, his second half was very good. So.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's game 1 for the group here, but yeah, no, I think we start off a little slow, but then I think that's we kind of showed what our identity is going to be and played a full 60 minutes right to the end. That we're not just going to sit back. We're going to still hound on pucks, still play the right way, get them in, and keep cycling. So I liked our effort tonight, and I think just going to continue to keep improving throughout this camp.
Are you seeing this team build those habits that you're looking for or trying to build in?
Yeah, I think it's, I don't know if it's habits, but I think almost non-negotiables with that we're building amongst our group, and that accountability of doing it, first game of preseason. So there's always a standard that we want to set and just keep building off of it.
For you, Tim and Claude, what were you trying to accomplish tonight, just in terms of your first time playing together this season?
I think, first and foremost was the conditioning. Make sure that was in a good spot and continue to work on that. But we're try not to think too much offensively. I think what's going to make us three successful is that defensive mindset and being able to play against the top line and focusing on defense first, and then we'll get our chances. So I think it's just a process that we've been working on and something that we've all three talked about, and that's kind of what's going to be on our mind moving forward.
Nick was talking about the importance of learning to win those 2-1 games. Is that, knowing the last few years' history, is it important to kind of get those lessons in early?
I mean, Cuzzy was talking about it, and he said that's what they prided themselves on last year, their run, and they just said you want to win 2-1, and it might be filthy, it's never going to be pretty, but you just got to be comfortable in those situations. So to have his experience, to have all the guys with their cup experience, relay that message, but something that our group's really going to buy into is it doesn't have to be pretty, but just do whatever it takes to find a way.
What have you thought of a guy like Cole Reinhardt so far? Like Sunday's all over the score sheet, and then tonight looks like comes to Ridley's defense there in the third period.
Yeah, he's been awesome. Watched on Sunday, a couple of guys had great games, and not just on the score sheet, but playing the right way, playing hard, and a lot of respect to him today, and sticking up for Ridley over an unnecessary play, in my opinion. But says a lot about the guy and his commitment to his work ethic this summer to try to do whatever it takes to win. So you always have a respect for guys like that, and that's what we're trying to do here as Ottawa Senators, to play how Rhino's playing.
Small sample size, but what can you say so far from Travis Green's coaching style in the game?
It's been great. It's aggressive. You have to be dialed in shape, and a lot of communication, which I think that's just going to help us in the long run, and communicating defensively, neutral zone, and just being able to talk out there. So I think that's pretty important for us to keep improving, keep learning. But it was a lot of fun tonight.
Not a whole lot of flow to the game here, a little bit of choppiness, but a win's a win, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what preseason's for. Pretty choppy, but I mean, when you can come out on the right side of things, it feels that much better. But I think we just have to be comfortable in those 2-1 games, and I mean that's the type of games that get it done in May and June, and we talked about that between the second and third, and I thought that was a big goal by Osti there, shorthanded. So nice to get a win at home for sure for the fans, but all in all, we'll take it. Yeah.
What can you tell us about Travis Green's style of coaching and just how you guys are adapting to his style?
Yeah, I mean he's honest. I think from day one at camp he's been obviously detailed and he's got a style that he wants us to play, and I think for this team that's kind of what's going to make us successful here throughout the regular season. And I just came from Florida, and sometimes it's not the prettiest, but it's a style of play that works, and it's not fun to play against. So we brought in some guys that kind of fits their style, and when you play like that over top of the other team and give them nothing, good gap, and get on the forecheck, it's not fun to play against. So I think we've kind of embraced that style since day one, and I think we're going to keep building here as we get going.
I was going to ask that. You kind of alluded to it wasn't a Picasso by any stretch of the imagination.
Definitely not.
But are you sensing the habits being built here, if you will?
Yeah, that's the style of play Travis wants to get, and that's kind of that's a style that works for us. I think sometimes when maybe you don't have your legs, that if you can squeak one out 2-1. I thought Forsey was great for us. Made some big saves, especially in the third, and those are the type of games that you're going to have to win, and especially down the stretch too. When we get into March, April, teams start bringing their best game, and I think that style of play is going to be what makes us successful throughout the regular season.
Nick, you, David, and Ridley play a very similar game. When you saw that the combination was going to start the game or get together for the game, were you excited? Was it an opportunity to maybe try and build some chemistry?
Yeah, obviously, I don't know Ridley's game too well, maybe from afar a little bit playing against him last year, and he hasn't been in the league for too long. But yeah, he's sneaky strong, with the puck, and he's actually makes real smart plays. And obviously, seeing David, play in the league for a while now, and he's won a Stanley Cup, and he knows what it takes, and he knows all the ins and outs out there of just talking and communicating on the ice, and he's really easy to play with. So, yeah, I was unfortunate that Ridley went down there. I don't know what happened, but I thought early on we had some good shifts together, and as camp goes on, it'd be nice to be able to build some chemistry with those two.
Earlier today, Jake Sanderson was talking about the aura that you're kind of setting as a Stanley Cup winner. What kind of a tone are you trying to set with this group here?
Yeah, I mean, I saw it. I think just coming to work every day, whether it's in practice or, I mean, even if it's a preseason game, to bring energy. Always show up to the rink with a smile on my face and come to work and compete. And I still love being on the ice and in the room and on the bench with the boys. And just bring energy to the rink. Show them what it takes to win in May and June. And sometimes it's not the prettiest, like I said, but I mean, just show up with a good attitude every day and come to work and win the day mentality that Travis is.
It's got to be good to score that winner if the shorthanded at the end.
Yeah, it definitely felt good. I mean, I wasn't too happy with my first period, so to get that one and kind of get the game winner, and it was big for our team, so it's nice.
Was this the kind of game where people just kind of needed a little bit of a feeling out process and start to rev things up a little bit?
Yeah, I think maybe a little bit. I think we were working hard. It's just maybe a little sloppy the first period, but I thought other than that, I thought we worked hard. It's just kind of hard to get in the flow of things right off the bat. So
Maybe walk us through the goal.
yeah, honestly, I was just trying to put a little bit of pressure on that guy, and I was lucky to have my stick in that spot, and then I just saw backhand, so that's all I saw.
Not much net to see if you're looking at a big goaltender like that. How's your camp gone? How would you assess your camp so far?
Yeah, I think it's been all right. I definitely know I have another gear here, but I think for the most part I've been working hard, and I think just feeling the puck and making plays will come. So, yeah, I'm definitely got another gear.
Someone like you who's now made the jump to pro hockey, what do these opportunities in camp and games like tonight mean for you?
Yeah, I mean, they're everything, especially for a young guy like myself. I know I'm competing with a couple guys here, so I got to bring my best every night and show the coaches that I want to be here.
Is that the, relentless pursuit? You even had, I feel like there was a forecheck in the second period, maybe first, of you just being hard on purpose, which is what ended up being your goal.
Yeah, I just think that's my game. I like to play hard. I like to get on D-man fast and not give them too much time to think. So, yeah, I just use my body when I can and get pucks like that. So,